today we're going to take a look at The Networks Executives, which is an expansion for the game The Networks from Gilhover and Formal Ferret Games. I'm a big fan of The Networks. I bought it a couple of years ago from the UK Games Expo. And I've been looking forward to this expansion ever since I backed it on Kickstarter. It contains some new mechanics in the game, the main one being that you get executive characters that enable you to change how you play the game. You've each got your unique skills. So I'm looking forward to having a look at this. I've noticed a rather obvious homage to Star Trek there on the front of the box. So yeah, this, as I say, just gives you a few extra mechanics. First major expansion, you'll choose an executive who will give you a special power, along with a special liability during the game. Can you master your executive's idiosyncrasies and come out on top? So, for more information on this, first of all, before we start, networkgame.tv. And let's crack open the box for the Networks Executives and see what we've got inside. As well as this, by the way, before we go on, there's also some updates to some of the components for the Networks, because there were some slight inconsistencies with the first edition of the game when I've gotten the second edition. So some of the cards had to be reprinted to keep everything consistent, but also some of the components have been upgraded. So I've got these nice new deluxe components, which I'll show you all a bit later as well. So without further ado, let's take a look.
So you've run a TV network in the Networks. Big deal. That game is so 2016. How about an expansion? The Networks Executives features 12 executives who change the game in significant ways. At the start of the game, you choose one executive who will give you a special power as well as a special weakness. The Networks Executives, coming soon from Formal Ferret Games.
Okay. Let's get rid of that. Yes, the Networks Executives, a expansion for the hit strategy game, and this expansion is designed for players who have played the base version of the Networks. If you've not played the Networks, we highly recommend you play the base game before proceeding to this expansion. Fairly obvious, I think. Component changes. Replace the components from the base game with the ones from Executives. Wow, okay. So I'll have to do some of that. We don't have the individual station starter shows. Now we'll be pilot season ones. Okay. Interesting. Now I really liked the rulebook for the Networks because it really did talk you through playing the game, and it looks like this is very similar, so that's great. There's all the executives. We'll go through those when we get to them. So let's see what we've got. Some little wooden cubes. So here are our executive. I'll have to punch those out later. They're boards. So we've got Mr. Beeb, Mr. Flicks, Mr. Telephone, Mr. Butcher, Mr. Cable, Mr. Generic, Mr. Starry Eye, Mr. Cheapo, Mr. Logo Procrastinator.jpg not found, Kenneth Murphy. I'm guessing he's the procrastinator then. Mr. Specialist and Underground. I'm interested to see the new TV shows he's come up with. Oh, we've got another one here, Mr. Rich. And then these are the, I guess the components we replace from the original one then. So some new TV stations. Cool. Okay. So let's put these back. And let's have a look at some of these new cards. So the new shows, first of all. So we have Hopper, Idaho Ranger, or Texas Ranger, 21 Jump Ship, 01209, Dawson's Reek, Surpriser, The Vole, Nearscape, oh I see, Farscape, yes. Star Jaunt, there we go. Clarissa knows but isn't telling. Everybody loves Raymond and wants to see him suffer. Wild Animal Wrestling Federation, International Cat Bathing League, Nephews of Aristocracy, Boney, The Cable, Herbs, Law and Odour, Baritones, The Surreal World, Robbers, Plastic Chef, Mesopotamia 6, Battlestar Redactica, Fake Blood, Acquaintances, Apple McPeel, I like that one, Reinfeld, The National Napping League, oh yeah, I'd pay good money to be on that, The World of Nuclear Tanks, Wiffle Ball Tonight, The Whitelist, Criminal Behinds, Go Far, DSM-5, I don't know what that is, okay, House of Bards, Twin Leaks, Bottom Feeder, Flounder Tank, Project Tarmac, Normal Stuff, The Throne of Games, Transylvanian Love Story, Jersey City 88, okay, I get that, but Pittsburgh Gets Rain Sometimes, Postmodern Family, Droning About Drones, Running of the Snails, and Major League Tiddlywinks. So there you go, there's some of our brand new shows for the networks. So, the question is, what do these ones do? Oh, there's some more shows. Haha. Okay, more shows. Air Wombat. Fort Worth. That's Inedible. The Grouchiest American Hero. Golden Grills. Full Contact Hide and Seek. Kazoo Recital of the Week. These are all the pilot shows, I'm guessing. Yeah. This Week in Tracks, so these are all the rubbish ones. Tinfoil Hat Today. Watch Our Accountant at Work. America's Favourite Actuarial Tables. B-Day Weekly. Exercising Your Epiglottis. Starting a New Religion from Your Own Home. Can Your Chickens Escape This Coop? Flossing Habits of Your Local Council Person. Is Your Dog Reading Too Much? Mr. Necromancer, Infamous Dictators and Their Blankets, Know Your Bird Droppings, Live Dental Drilling, the best macaroni art from around the county, not country, county, Caring for Your New Pet Slug, Superheroes of Expense Reports, Today in Asphalt Mixing, and Digesting Concrete Through Meditation. Wow. All amazingly high octane, brilliant shows. So I can go in there as well. And we've got some cards here. So every executive has their own player aid card. And then we've got these Mogul cards, which give you actions to do as well. At least you can tell which ones come in the expansion because they've all got the exec logo on them. So that's nice. Okay, so that's the executive, so I'm going to have a bit of a look at that and figure out what I need to replace in the base game. So, let's see what else we've got. So, more executives. Exec. You need the networks to play this, but I'm guessing I can play this as well as. So, I won't go through all these, let's just have a look at what the two new executives are. Mr. Gorilla and Mr. Continuum, Martin McFly. Oh. In fact, he looks like, what's that? It's Bill and Ted. He's very similar to the people in Bill and Ted, but there you go. So, oh, are there any more shows in here? It doesn't look like it, so I'll just put those in there for later. And okay, so I think these replace some of the cards from the base game. I'll have to have a look on the Kickstarter updates for that. And then we've got this bag here with upgraded components. So we've got little TVs in the 5-player colours. That's really cool. And like high-rise buildings again. So I'm guessing these replace there were small cubes in the original game that you moved to keep your score. I'm going to assume that those replace those. We've got a first player token, maybe a TV antenna, and lots of plain blank cubes. and I have no memory of what these are for whatsoever, but I'm sure I'll find out. So there we go, that's everything that came as part of this campaign for me. So there's quite a lot there. It's not just the base the expansion for the base game, there's lots of other bits and pieces. So as I say, if you want to find out more about the networks, then go to networksgame.tv, or I'll link the Form Ferret URL in the description below. So yeah, that's a look at the network's executives. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.